I'd also like to now get into, I guess, Palestinian liberation theology. Now, you say that that's just like a redressed form of replacement theology. Is there more that you can say about that?
The underlying Palestinian liberation theology that was begun by a group called Sabil, the general idea is that, first of all, they accept the general premise of replacement theology, that the promises that were made to Israel in the Bible and throughout the prophecies now apply to the church. Okay, so that's the basic premise of replacement theology, any form of replacement theology. They go further than that, further in saying that not just the church, but the Palestinian Christians in the land are now the recipients of any promises that pertain to the land itself.
Okay. All right. So has that got much to do as well with the Christ at the checkpoint?
It does. Look, Christ at the checkpoint has adopted a slightly softer version of that. There are many of the Palestinian, and see, the thing is, there's a mix there. Many of the Palestinian speakers at Christ at the Checkpoint will get up, and they're far more clever in the way that they present it, and they won't be opposed to the Jews themselves, and they won't be opposed to Israel itself directly. But then a lot of the international speakers, like the one I mentioned earlier, will get up and just totally blast Israel for daring to be reborn and the Jews daring to come back. So this replacement theology kind of underlies the whole thing. It's presented in varying degrees of severity, though.
Okay. Now, you've been to these conferences, these, shall we say, Christ at the Checkpoint conferences.
Right.
Now, these are fairly new. I think they've been running since 2011, is that 2009?
I believe 2010 was the first
2010, okay. So these are conferences which are held in Bethlehem. Now, Bethlehem is a part of Palestinian land, so...
Palestinian Authority ruled.